basically what we're gonna do here is we need to walk with the short rope between us, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're both gonna tie into the end of the rope in a figure 8 normally, but we don't want all the rope out between us. So I'm gonna take my coils, shorten up the rope, and then I'll just have a few coils in my hand to carry us down. So in order to do that, we're both tied in just like you normally would with figure 8 here, right? I'm going to take my first coil, stretch it straight up over my shoulders. Usually put my hood up so that this first coil will stretch. Your hand wants to be open and about at waist height here, okay? I'm just going to throw these over your shoulder, over your neck. And you're going to do them up until you've got in this instance, because it's steep, we're going to have about 4 or 5 meters, and I'm going to have, probably 2.5 to 3 meters in my hands. So that means the majority of the rope is actually going to be over my shoulder, okay? So I'm just going to take all this up. Your partner could also take coils too. In this case, I'll take them all because I'm strong. So here, we're getting down to the point where we're down to the last, 2 or 3 meters here. Okay, so now I need to block my coils, right? So if I keep my coils in my hand, and these aren't blocked, if I let one go, then obviously it's gonna tighten up and be strangling me. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take a bite, I'm gonna pass it through my belay loop here. Okay, I'm gonna do a tour around all my coils, like so. Okay, so that's set. Okay, usually just do a simple overhand knot with the bite. Okay, that's coiled around like so. Okay, and then I pull Dan's end tight. Okay, and that's gonna block my coils. And then I'm gonna take a spare carabiner. It's probably better if you have a locker. I'll attach that to my belay loop here. You can lock it if you want to be safe. Okay, that way my coils are blocked off. We now have just a real minimum amount of rope between us, okay? And then what I'm going to do, because the rope distance between us will probably not change on the arete, I'll just put a little magic knot here. So I have a nice solid leash for holding Dan. Dan will go first, okay? So the stronger climber will be behind, and I'll be watching him as he goes down. I'll keep the rope relatively tight between us as we walk, okay? So if he slips, I'm right on top of him, okay? He can't gain any momentum if he slips off the arete, okay? So typically, the steeper it is, up to a certain point, you're gonna have a short rope, okay? As it gets flatter and we're walking across the glacier, we'll change. Just a few things we want to know before we walk down the arete. Keep a nice open stance with our feet, okay? Try and get one foot in front of the other. Bend your knees, so you should feel it in your quads, okay? Your ice axe you're always going to keep in your uphill hand, so don't be afraid to switch as we walk down the arete, so that you can always use it as a point of support, okay? Here in the beginning, we kind of have a fixed rope, so we can kind of use that in one hand and the ice axe in the other. But we just want to make sure that everything goes nice and easy, little steps, but still trying to keep kind of one foot in front of the other as we go. Okay, so you don't want your feet too close together because that'd be a wobbly position, right? You want a nice stable position as we go down. That's about it. We'll keep the rope nice and taut between us as we go. So even if you feel me tugging on you a little bit, that's just so I can feel you.